News source. This is breaking news.
This morning, 3 people, an IMPD officer, a child, and a woman are all in the hospital after yet another shooting in Indianapolis. The scene played out at Bayview Club Apartments near 75th and Shadeland about 9 o'clock last night. IMPD says several children were inside.
They're traumatized. They're going to be traumatized for some time.
IMPD has a message for the community with kids caught in the crossfire.
And police are crediting a fellow officer with coming to the aid of the injured officer.
The shooting adds another painful jolt to the surge in violence in the city. Shortly before the shooting that wounded the officer and the others, 3 other people were found after shootings in the city.
As you're seeing, we have live team coverage this morning. News 8's Hannah Mordeau is live where doctors are treating the youngest victim. We begin with Brenna Donnelly live at the scene. Brenna.
Good morning. I'll begin with the officer's condition because that's a big question on everyone's mind. He is stable, and police say he was shot in the leg. We know that he's at St. Vincent Hospital on 86th Street, but we don't know his identity just quite yet. We do know a lot more about what happened that led to a suspect opening fire and hitting him in the leg. We know the 911 call came in around 9 o'clock, and it was a domestic violence call to a specific apartment here, the Bayview Club Apartment homes. The 2 officers got to the scene, knocked on the door, and there was no answer. Police say one of the officers then started walking the perimeter and encountered the suspect. At this point, we don't know exactly what happened between the 2 of them, but that's when IMPD says the suspect shot the officer in the leg. They say the officer did not fire back. In fact, IMPD says no officers opened fire during this entire encounter. They say the officer took cover, his partner reached him, and then moved fast.
His partner, thankfully, is equipped, like all of our officers are equipped, with tourniquets, applied that tourniquet to the officer's injuries.
After that, police launched a full SWAT situation to carefully reapproach that apartment. They did make it inside and found 3 people there. The suspect, dead from what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. We don't know his identity yet, except that he's an adult male. A girl with a gunshot wound, now in critical condition at Methodist, and a woman with a gunshot wound, also in critical condition, but at St. Vincent Hospital. Indianapolis police also say that there were 3 more children inside that same apartment, but that they all escaped and are uninjured, and they're now in the custody of IMPD. Police have left the scene here at the Bayview Apartments, but they did send out a press release saying they're looking for information or tips. If you know anything or were in this area around 9 o'clock last night, you're encouraged to call 317-262-TIPS.